Hi there, I'm KJ. Welcome to KJ Paints. I am going to do a vase pour today, and I'm going to do something a little bit different. My colors are going to be Winsor & Newton Permanent Magenta. There it is there. And then I also have Winsor & Newton Winsor Blue, which is a bit of a dark blue. Both of these colors are transparent, so you can tell by the little square on the back. It's empty. If it were a solid black square, it would be an opaque color. My other colors are going to be Dazzling Metallics, Splendid Gold, and Extreme Sheen Silver, both from Deco Art. And then I have, I'm using this Behr Marquee Deep Base, which is a colorless paint base. It's in a satin enamel, and then I mixed it with all of my colors are mixed with glue all in water, and both the glue and the Behr Marquee Deep Base will dry largely clear. So my hope for this was to do a translucent covering for this vase. Ideally, I wanted bands where it would be either totally transparent or just maybe look like frosted glass with like striations of color. I didn't end up with that result, but I have some ideas about how I could make that happen. But I did end up with something quite pretty, so I thought I would show it to you. So I've layered all of my colors. Everything that looks white is what will be the transparent Behr Marquee and glue, and then obviously the colors are the colors. So I started to pour on this vase, and I kind of realized halfway in that if you do those small circles at the center of your vase and just let the paint flow down evenly, you're going to end up with a lot of very thin ribbons of color. So you'll have, yeah, you can kind of see how it's quite thin in layers. If, on the other hand, you take your cup and you pour along the outside edge in big hoops, you'll end up with thicker bands of color. So I think I will do that the next time, just like this. Yeah, you can see already how different it looks just doing that. So I think I'll try that on the next one. The other thing is I think that, again, my paints were just a tad thin for the purpose. I think they could have definitely been thicker. In fact, my silver just disappeared completely as far as I can see on the finished base. But that's okay. So one thing you'll find, or I find when I'm doing a straight vase like this, is that it'll end up with spots where there's just something microscopic and invisible on the glass that makes the paint just stop flowing evenly and start kind of like it splits like a river. But you can't see what it is, and I don't know. So I just take my stir stick around and I just drag a little bit of the paint down so that to help it flow. So the paint above what I drag down can flow into that space more easily. And I find that that is enough to get better coverage on the glass. You can probably just solve it by using more paint, but I'm a stingy paint user, so and then I'm just using the last of my color. You can see that big band of blue that comes out because of the technique that I just described. And then, yeah, the last of my paint I just kind of swirled around. I don't really like the bottom to look like that though, so I end up just kind of blowing it out a little bit, and that pushes more of the paint off of the bottom of the vase, so you don't end up with a big chunk of thick paint at the bottom. Just blowing that off, and then just let it finish. So I'm just going to leave it to sit until the paint continues to drip down the vase. Probably leave it about for 5 minutes. I will zip through it though, so you don't have to sit here for 5 minutes. Oh, I had a little bit more paint left, which was pointless. But there we go. And then again, just like when I did with the vase over the tiles, I ended up with the paint in the bottom of my tray with that cool ripple effect. So I think I will try that out on something. I'm not sure how I will do it, but yeah, that'll be cool. So anyways, yeah, I'm just letting the paint continue to drip down the cup until it kind of stops moving. I like to do that before I go ahead and move it, or if you're painting over your tiles or your canvas or whatever else you might be painting on, yeah, you want to wait until it's largely stopped dripping. So this is the dry vase. You can see it's very blue. In person, it has sort of a golden shimmer to it, and there are spots where you can see the gold and the pink. But the blue definitely took on the starring role. in this instance. That's okay, I'll just use less blue next time. But yeah, you can see there's bits of gold and pink down in there. And then, yeah, like I said, in person you can really see it. And then I got these little string LED lights from the dollar store, a couple of AA batteries, and voila! I think this looks so pretty. And you can really see the gold and the pink with the lights on like that. Oh, I love it so much. I think I will definitely try this again. So there you go. That is what I've been up to today. Anyways, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Bye!